Alright, so it is a Wednesday, which means issue number 1 reviews, which actually there's only one this week, because my store didn't get Daredevil, Ghost Rider number 1, which I don't know if that got delayed because neither of the stores here got it, or, it could just be my luck. And, a different book by Image that was going to come out today, I wanted to get really badly. Not badly, but I just really wanted to get it. They didn't have it, so this week, only issue number 1, Daredevil, but it was really, it was good. It was awesome. Which is to be expected since it's the same team as the last Daredevil series, only $1 more. There's like a trend here with me complaining about things being $1 more. But anyways, Daredevil issue number 1. It is actually a good jumping on point for people who want to get onto it. Slight spoiler for, I guess, the ending of the last series in here, which kind of sucks, because I haven't read it all. I know what happens. But, yeah, 50 years without fear, nothing but an ad in the back. Yeah, so, Daredevil number 1, basically, you know what you're expecting to get if you already been reading this. If you haven't, I guess there's a slight spoiler for people who haven't read volume, or the last run that just ended. So I don't want to spoil it for anybody there, so I'm going to say right now, it's a good book. If you want to get started on Daredevil, go ahead and read it, but note it will spoil the run before it, because obviously, it takes place after, and stuff happens at the end of the last one. But anyways, that's my spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear it, leave now. Otherwise, let's continue with this. So, San Francisco, Matt Murdock has moved to San Francisco, and he is working with the police department here. And it starts off with, everybody kind of gathering around watching as he is handling this little doll here, trying to figure out what it's absorbed, I guess, nature-wise. Listening to a tape of this little girl calling her mom. She's scared, and we find out that this girl's been kidnapped, and he's trying to figure out where she is, and he does it, and everybody is kind of amazed, especially the little scientist guy up here. He's kind of we already went through all of this evidence and blah blah blah, and he figures it out, and yeah, everybody knows he's Daredevil now. That's, I guess, one of the spoilers, and it's not really a spoiler, and we get a little recap of his life on there, so it's good for introducing people to the character, because like I said, we get a little recap of his life right there. And then here we have him explaining how, how he knew New York, he knew where everything was, he could figure, that's just basically, you lived in the city, especially with the senses he has. He knows where everything is. He knows the smells of things, the sounds of things. He could get around there easily. Now that he's in San Francisco, which he says he lived there for a year, not he's lived here for a year, but he lived there for a year at one point. But it's changed, and it's kind of messing him up because he doesn't know where anything is. He has an idea of where everything is, but since things are slightly different, he's kind of off. If you've been in San Francisco, you know that there isn't skyscrapers everywhere like Manhattan, so that's not helping him either. And then he's talking to this lady here. I forgot her name. I already forgot her name. Just remember it ended with Mick something MC, and then the giant letters. He's talking to her, and it's messing him up a little bit because he has an earpiece in his ear, so he can't hear perfectly fine. Yeah, as you can see, he has the little girl, and these bad guys are chasing her, and that's kind of the whole issue, is him trying to get away from them. Some other stuff develops during the chase, and yeah, that's pretty much the most I want to give away from the plot. Obviously, there's going to be more going on, especially with these bad guys here, as the series progresses onto issue 2 and so on. But for an issue 1, it did a really good job at kind of reintroducing the character, at establishing he doesn't know his surroundings as good as he did New York. So it's it's cool. It's awesome. I really did like it. If I was gonna give it a rating, I would give it a 4.5 squirrels out of 5 just because of the price. Otherwise, it would be perfect. And really, if it wasn't for the fact that the last series was $2.99, I wouldn't even complain about the price because I think it is worth a $3.99 book. But the fact that they ended that run and then restarted it and raised the price to $3.99 kind of kills it a little bit. You know, it lowers that standard for me because it's like, well, why was it $2.99 and now it's $3.99 and the only thing that's different is the stories? I mean, it's the same writers, same character, it's the same continuation. You just raised the price to raise the price and added a nice little number 1 on there. So that's my only complaint about it. Otherwise, good book, get it, or not, you know, it's your choice. But anyways, if you enjoyed this review, go ahead, leave a comment. If you want to comment, you know, hit the like button because that's cool, and subscribe and all that cool stuff. And I will see you next time with whatever my next video is. Alright then, okay, cool, see ya.